All right, let's talk about one of the trickiest, most confusing tenses in English, the present perfect. I know, a lot of people get tangled up in this one, but trust me, it's actually way simpler than it looks. We're going to crack the code today by focusing on one single idea that makes it all click into place. So, let's get right to it.
So let's start with the puzzle. What's the real difference between I lost my keys and I have lost my keys? I mean, it's just one little word, right? Have. But that tiny word changes everything. And understanding why it's so important is the key to, well, everything we're about to cover.
You see, the entire secret, the whole shebang, comes down to this one core clue. The present perfect is all about building a bridge. That's it. It's a bridge that connects something that happened in the past to what's happening right now, in the present. Once you see that bridge, this whole tense just makes sense.
And here it is, the big reveal. The present perfect is for an action that happened in the past, sure, but, and this is the important part, it has a result or an effect that we are feeling right now. The focus isn't really on the past action itself. It's all about how that action connects to now.
Let's use a super simple example. If I say, I have eaten breakfast, what am I really telling you? Yeah, the action of eating is over, it's in the past, but the result of that action, the fact that I'm not hungry, is happening right now. See? That's our bridge, connecting the past meal to my present feeling of being full. Okay, so we've got the why. We understand the core idea. Now let's look at the how. Let's check out the blueprint for actually building these sentences. And the good news? The formula is super simple and it works every single time. The mechanics here are pretty straightforward, really. For a positive sentence, you just need your subject, then has or have, and then the past participle, the third form of the verb. To make it negative, just slot the word not in there, and if you want to ask a question, you just flip the subject and has or have. It's a really consistent pattern. So we've got the why and the how. Now let's get really practical with the when. When do you actually use this thing in a real conversation? Well, there are 4 key moments where the present perfect is your best friend. Let's think of them less as rules and more as situations.
First up, life experiences. Anytime you're talking about something you've done at some point in your life, but you're not saying exactly when, this is the tense you want. I have visited London. Did it happen last year? 10 years ago? Doesn't matter. The point is that this visit is now part of your life story.
Second moment is for things that just happened. This is often paired with words like, well, just. So if you say, they have just arrived, you're saying the arrival happened only moments ago, and the result is super immediate. They are here now.
Okay, third, and this is a big one, for situations that started in the past and are still true today. If you say, I have lived here for 5 years, it means you moved here 5 years ago. And guess what? You still live here. Keep an eye out for keywords like for, which tells you the duration, and since, which tells you the starting point.
And finally, we're back where we started, coming full circle to our key puzzle. You use the present perfect for a past action when the result really matters right now. I have lost my keys. Why say it like that? Because the result is, I can't get into my house now. See the difference? I lost my keys is just a story about the past, but I have lost my keys. That's a problem in the present. It's practically a cry for help.
Okay, you've got the core concepts down. Now let's lock in that mastery. We're going to look at a few signal words that give you a hint and a couple of really common traps to avoid. This is how you go from just understanding it to using it with total confidence.
Think of these words as little signal flags. When you see or hear words like ever, never, just, or yet, your brain should immediately think, this is probably a job for the present perfect. They aren't a 100% guarantee, but they are super helpful signposts along the way. Now this right here is probably the #1 most common trap. Remember our bridge? The present perfect connects the past to now. So you absolutely cannot use it with finished time words like yesterday or last week. Words like that cut the connection to the present. They basically blow up the bridge. For those specific past times, you always use the simple past. Another little slip-up that's super common is just mixing up has and have. The rule is dead simple. For he, she, and it, you use has. For everybody else, I, you, we, they, you use have. It's a small detail, but getting it right makes you sound so much more fluent.
So if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. The present perfect is a bridge. It always builds a connection from something that happened in the past to the reality of the present. Whether it's an experience, a recent event, or a situation that's still going on, it always has one foot in the past and one foot planted firmly in the now.
So there you have it. The code is officially cracked. Now, the best way to make it stick is to start using it. So I'll leave you with a question to get you started. Think about your day so far. What is one thing you have done today? Give it a shot. Thanks so much for tuning in.